Denmark in crisis mode after Trump continues push for Greenland acquisition. Can you believe this? Trump is not messing around. Who is this? Who is this woman? Is that the leader? Please say no. So tired of this. Another female. I saw a picture of the female president or whatever it is. What country was it? One of the Eastern European countries, I think. And I was like, she's in a bathing suit and she's got like these jugs. And I'm like, are you serious? That doesn't inspire faith and sacrifice. And I mean, it inspires it inspires thoughts of pushing them puppies together. Give me a break. The Danish government reportedly descended into crisis mode following a call between President Donald Trump and Premier Minister Frederiksen. Is that her? During which the U.S. leader is said to have forcefully reiterated America's desire to acquire. He's got a desire to acquire. Does anybody know? A report. So I love this. They descended into crisis mode. Oh, that's so funny. They're all like, shit. I mean, could you see them? Wonderful country. I'd love to visit it one of these days. And from, 2 decades ago, when I was imbibing 2.5 decades, all this information about IQ scores and crime and everything. And I believe I recall that they had the highest average white IQ. Is that still true in the findings of the tests globally? But I believe that's what it was. They had the highest average IQ. It might have been like 104 or 10 something, So smart people. But, little country, no power, and they're just living along, part of the EU, and then they hear Trump over here, and Trump's like, I think we're going to take Greenland. I think we're going to take it. And they're like, he doesn't mean it. It's like a cottage. That's how I see it in my head. It's like a cottage. It's like some family's home. And then all of a sudden, phone rings, and the mom gets on the phone. And she's like, you're serious? And now they're like, shit. The Americans are coming. Clean up. What are we going to do? They're going to take Greenland away. A report from the Financial Times said the House descended into crisis mode. Immediately, the mother, Frederiksen, here, she's like, ooh, she's over on the fainting settee. Ooh, it's over. And then you'll see a little bit later, if it's in this article, the father of the house, the leader of their right-wing party, is like, well, tell Trump to fuck himself. And he's like 70 pounds when wet. Okay, several unnamed European officials with knowledge of the call said President Trump spoke with Prime Minister Frederiksen for about 45 minutes last week. The officials said that Europe had assumed that Mr. Trump demands that Denmark offer to sell Greenland to the U.S. were merely an opening salvo. They didn't say that. I said that. But negotiating tactic to push for more European NATO spending. How wrong they were. However, following the call between Trump and Frederiksen, it became clear that the new administration in Washington is set on acquiring the self-governing island. It's almost like Frederiksen and the rest of the fam in the House in Denmark like Greenland is their daughter. He's coming to buy her, Bill. He means it. Well, if I can, all 70 pounds of me can do anything, I'm going to tell him to fuck himself. The intent was very clear. They want it. They want her. The Danes are now in crisis mode, one official said of the call, while another said, the Danes are utterly freaked out by this. Now it is a sitcom called The Danes. And they're like running around the inside of their house like their hair is on fire. The Americans are coming. It was a very tough conversation. He threatened specific measures against Denmark, such as targeted tariffs, a former Danish official said. I can already hear like the goofy music. It's the Danes at the opening and close of the show. Before his inauguration, Trump threatened to impose tariffs on Denmark and, in response to a question from a journalist, said that he would not rule out military action to seize the island. Oh, he's definitely coming for your daughter. I'm here for your daughter, Chuck. What was the guy's name? That was from Beetlejuice, wasn't it? Was his name Chuck? What was his name? I'm here for your daughter, Chuck. Trump threatened to impose tariffs on Denmark. Yeah, we got it. And he would use military to seize, yes, which he claimed is vital to U.S. national security interests given its strategic location, as well as its mineral deposits across the Arctic. The issue has sparked backlash throughout Europe, with French Foreign Minister Jean-Noël Barrot saying earlier this month that Paris considers Greenland a territory of the European Union. Hands off her dainty little thighs. And that France considers it to be out of the question. The European Union could let other nations of the world, whoever they may be, attack its sovereign borders, says France, as they allow non-white anti-whites to pour into the country. Paris isn't Paris anymore. Lyon is not Lyon. It's none of it. It's all ruined. But France won't allow it. Give me a fucking break. The anti-whites in France are bent they couldn't be bent anymore. They are kissing their own ankles while standing for the anti-white, non-white terrorist invaders. But suddenly they're going to get a backbone when Donald Trump shows up. You better get real, France. You better get real. Because somebody done pulled your French titty out of the ringer in 2 world wars. Count them. France is not going to allow it. Fucking kidding me. France has one sentence for the world. 2 words. We surrender. Anders, is this with a W sound or a V sound? Can somebody help me out? Wistesen, a member of the European Parliament for the right-wing populist Danish People's Party, went further, saying this week, "Dear President Trump, listen very carefully." This is the 70-pound guy. "Greenland has been part of the Danish kingdom for 800 years, and we've done shit with it. It is an integrated part of our country. It's not for sale. Let me put it in words you might understand. Fuck off," close quote. Literally, that's what the 70-pound leader of the right-wing party said. Wistenson. Well, Greenland Prime Minister and totally useless non-entity Mute Eggy has stressed that his self-governing territory of of around 57,000 residents, wants independence from the Kingdom of Denmark and does not want to be incorporated into America. Greenland's interested in expanding cooperation with the United States. He suggested that this could include increased defense partnerships with in the Arctic with the American companies to access the island's mineral wealth. White House national security spokesman said President Trump has been clear that the safety and security of Greenland is important to the United States as China and Russia make significant investments throughout the Arctic region, which might be why Trump has been joking around with Canada as the 51st state as well. If it gets dangerous enough for the United States, they will do whatever they want. Just know that. They'll do whatever they want. They're not going to say, oh, well, we respect your, and if I were in charge of the United States, I would do whatever I had to do. So I would say, you can fight with us or you can be pushed aside. Either way, we will take whatever step is necessary to secure the safety and continuation of the country. So just get right in the head with that. The president is committed to not only protecting U.S. interests in the Arctic, but also working with Greenland to ensure mutual prosperity for both nations. So I think that last line kind of tells you where we're really going, where Trump is really going with this. You might legitimately see, as we're getting ready for our epic swash through, you might legitimately see Trump endorsing a secessionist movement for Greenland. Kind of the exact same way, and it would be weird because it's the exact same thing that the United States did with Panama. So you might see the United States, which enabled the United States, created the country and enabled the United States to cut the canal. You might see the exact same thing happen in Greenland, where they move in there and they say to the Danes as they're running around freaked out in their house, Greenland is now an independent country, and they are contracting with the United States so that the United States can do whatever we have to do to protect the United States against Russian and Chinese threats in the Arctic. Because remember, it's a far shorter trip to get over here, to go that direction, than it is to go around. And Lord knows, Canada, with as anti-white as it's become, I mean, Canada, generations back, would have been able to put up a really bitchin' fight against Russia, China coming up over. But with the anti-whiteism the way it is now, oh my God. Oh my God. Like the real white men in Canada, they're not in the military anymore. They're going to be some, but they're not going to expose themselves to all of the gender confusion and everything else that goes along with it.